Okay, my friends, so here we are in the module section again for your course, which is pretty much the only section you're going to need. And I just want to make sure, once you're out of week one, where we just use skills you already have from previous math classes, once we get into week two and beyond, we start learning new topics. For example, topic one in the course is called unit fractions, and you'll get into those here. Now you'll notice there'll be homeworks and labs, just like there were for the percentages back in the Sea Turtles and then Taco Bell and all that stuff. You're still going to have homework stuff and lab stuff to do, but we have to learn the math for these new things. And that's what these notes documents are going to be. I'm going to try to figure out if I can color these a different color so you can kind of set them apart. Please notice there's no due date on it like there are for the other things. They are just standalone. So when you click on them, it's going to open up a PDF, which is here, it comes right now. And what this is, just like everything else kind of in Canvas, is it's once again a section of a textbook, because what you're doing is you are creating, or I have created, I guess, an open educational resource, an online textbook for you. So you don't have to buy anything, thank goodness. Can I zoom this in? I can, look at that. So what you're gonna do with these class notes is you're just gonna work through them. You're gonna start by reading, and I'm gonna walk through this first one with you so you can kind of see how it goes. So it's going to start by introducing kind of the topic of unit fractions and why you should care about them, why they're important, how they're used. And just read this, follow it, make sure that you can follow the math that I'm doing. And I want to stop here and say this at any time. If anything doesn't make sense, please, you could shoot me an email. My email's in the syllabus, srule@cocc.edu, and I can clear up any stuck points you've got. Okay, and then eventually you're going to get down to a section where it says you try. Like this one says, you try one, you try another. So it's a question similar to the one that I kind of walked you through up here. And then here's another question. So you try those. Now, where are you going to try those? Personally, I would try them on scratch paper. You know, kind of write out the math, kind of like we did up top here. And then once you have tried them, it says, let's check in now before going any further. This is going to be a, oops, where did it open? Oh, here we go. This is going to be a video.
Okay, my friends,
and there
let's
I'm going
knock out these.
Stop that guy right. That's a great place to stop right there. Look at that face. Let's just look at that face for a second. Anyway, it's going to be me walking you through the solutions of those questions up till that point. Okay, so that's what you're seeing in these notes documents. Let's go back to the notes again. So then, once you watch the video and you kind of verify your answers up here, keep going, keep reading. Here we go. Now you try again. Once again, you try. And then once you've tried it, another solution video that'll walk you through the solutions to that. And then keep reading. You'll notice here it says, hey, you can try the bagel homework now. Now let's go back in Canvas real quick. Let's go back to the modules. You'll notice that there in week 2, there is a unit fractions bagels homework. So once you get to that point in the notes, you've learned enough or reviewed enough, depending on if you already know how to do the stuff, to attempt this first homework. And remember, I put this little divider in here just because I like to kind of break up like the first half of the week, the second half of the week. So if that's as far as you get in the first half of the week, that's kind of an okay place to stop. I'm gonna go back to the notes again and look at them with you. And then once you get down through the bagels, you can keep going. Once again, you try. Let's check in. Here's a bunch of you tries. And sometimes I'm still kind of messing around with this a little bit. These are a bunch of you tries with written solutions over here. So sometimes I'll have video links, sometimes I'll work them out for you, sometimes I'll just give you solutions. I'm still trying to figure out what the best way to get this information to students is. And then here you go. This is the last little bit of the notes. And once you work through it, there's one last video check-in. And now you're ready for the population density lab and homework. So if you go back to the modules again, you'll see those. population density lab, and homework. That says U.S. territories, but it's also that's also the homework. I'll change the title so it looks better. And that, my friends, is how the notes documents work. Just a quick note, I put it right here. You don't actually submit any of that work that you do. The notes, that you'll notice they're called class notes. It's what kind of like we do when we're doing an in-person class with Math 98. We work through those together. We stop, we check in, we make sure everybody's on the same pages, and we kind of go at our own pace. So you do those, but you don't submit any of those. The stuff you submit are the homeworks, the labs, and the exams. All right, I hope that makes sense. Let me know if not.